taking into consideration the overall situation prevailing in the country, it was absolutely it is necessary to defeat BJP and its allies. So, this is the sole consideration so far Bihar election is concerned. But at the same time, CPIM also wants to put before the people the alternative policies. And if you will go through the this manifesto of RJD, you will see the influence of left parties. They have raised many issues for which we have been fighting. We have been fighting for a long time. So, and to defeat this combination, it was absolutely necessary to have an understanding with all the secular forces and those who believe in rule of law, constitutionalism and all that. So, this Mahagathbandhan came into being and we joined it. And we started with left unity, and almost all the left parties, the three bigger parties have joined together, and they are the allies of this Mahagathbandhan.
So, how do you evaluate Nitish Kumar's government?
So far Nitish Kumar's government is concerned, you can go through the recent reports of Niti Aayog and NCRB. So, these are the institutions, central institutions. They have released the report, and that says many things about this government. On all the index, development index, it has gone down, and it's a predominantly agrarian state, and the government has failed to address the agrarian issues, completely failed, and you can say the poverty has grown 17% in the last 15 years. So, this is a very horrible story so far Bihar is concerned, because there was a concerted effort in certain quarters to project Nitish Kumar as the man of development and all that. So, in that way Bihar has suffered a lot, and the people of Bihar, you can see the plight of the migrant workers. The lakhs and lakhs of migrant workers are working all over the country, and Bihar is the supplier of cheap labor to the entire country. So, this is the situation. I can give the many statistics, but it is also the public domain. But what has happened in the last 15 years on all the parameters, so far education is concerned, so far health is concerned, so it's a very bad condition. The complete system has failed, collapsed, and you can see the plight of the flood marooned people, and about 1 crore of people were affected by this is the yearly phenomena, and party and this government has failed to ameliorate their situation. So, these are the issues, and particularly this unemployment, which has become the narrative of this election, and now the Nitish Kumar and the BJP has they have also come out with their own agenda. But for the first time, I think, after a long period, Bihar has taken up the issues of the common people, and this is one thing that we can say is a very good development so far Bihar election is concerned, and we will see to it that the government that is formed after this election implements those issues which have been raised in the present election. So, we believe that CPIM and the left parties will send a good number of representatives at this time, though we are fighting on 4 seats only, but we feel that we will be able to, because in the last 10 years we did not have any representation in the assembly, but now we think that we will be able to we can get almost all the seats, but we are sure today that we will get at least 3 seats. At present, I can say. But situation can improve in other one seat also, and it is improving day by day. So, and for the other left parties also, they are also doing good. So, I think that left will have a very big role after this election, and though the numbers will not be that much, but they will have a strong voice inside the assembly, and it will also organize the masses outside the assembly. So, you can look forward towards a resurgent left in Bihar, because Bihar is the place where left has very good space among the masses. So, it may be the resurgence. So, for this electoral politics, and so far the movement is concerned, left is still a big force in Bihar, but in electoral term it does not get reflected. But I think this election will be will give, you can say, will be a resurgence for create resurgence for the left forces in Bihar. Yes, you know, it is a agrarian state, so we are focused on the issues related to the you can say peasants of this state. 85% peasants are marginal peasants, a small land holding, they have a small land holding. So, and they are debt ridden also. There is no institutional loan system, they get money from the usury is prevalent in the rural areas. And also this is the state where the tillers don't get the whatever the schemes of the government, they don't get the benefits out of it. So, there is urgent need of the registrations of these bataidars, you can say, those who that will you will call them, we say in Hindi it is bataidars, those who contract farmers, you can say. So, they are denied the government benefits. So, it is absolutely necessary that their names get registered and that get the benefit. That will create a big boost, give a big boost to the economy of Bihar. And if the agrarian economy gets the boost, then the people have the money to buy in the market, even the markets will flourish, and you can say the productivity of the peasantry will go up. So, Bihar can feed entire nation. It has the best soil. We have abundance of water, all that. But it is the mismanagement, the whole, right from it. I think that Bihar was the first to introduce Land Reform Act, but it was never implemented. It was only the communist parties who raised this issue time and again. They fought for it. Many communists let down their lives. We have, even during Lalu Prasad's regime, our 100 comrades died. At that time, he was sympathetic to the movement, but it was so intense. It was a class struggle going on. So, it was the landlords and their goons, they murdered our comrades. You know, Ajit Sarkar and all that. We lost stalwarts of peasant movement in Bihar. And we have liberated around 50,000 acres of land, and people are residing there. You will see in Gaya, in Madhubani, in Samastipur, Khagaria, Begusarai, there are small hamlets and all that in the name of Pramod Das Gupta Nagar, Markswadi Nagar, Hare Krishna Konar Nagar. These are the bastis and areas where people are living for the last 40-50 years. Now these hamlets are being demolished, by this Nitish government. So, this fight is going on. So, land for the landless, this is a very big issue for the communist movement in Bihar. Still it is a big issue. Though there are other issues have also come up, like remunerative prices and all that, and we are fighting for that. But here in Bihar, there is the government has abandoned the peasants. Their produce are not being, you can say, there is no arrangement to buy their produce. They have already done away with this marketing system. So, they cannot sell their produce with at least minimum support price. It's almost distress sell for the peasantry. So, this is a basic question so far Bihar is concerned. But other issues, industrialization, industries can grow, taking into advantage the very special produce of Bihar. Like we have abundance of lychee that is produced, honey that is produced, but it is not marketed properly. It is not branded in a way the capitalist system works. We have abundance of fruits, mangoes and all that. There is a special kind of, that is makhana, that is found in this North Bihar, particularly in Mithilanchal. But the government has no idea how to market it, how to create a situation where the private agencies can work. These parties are all, they all believe in privatization and all that, but they are not even developing the indigenous industries. We have very strong indigenous industries in Bhagalpur. Weavers are in a big way there. They are producing very good clothes. For centuries they are doing it. But they are getting no support, virtually no support from the government. So, these are the issues that now the younger people, they want employment, they want education, they want health. You will see in such a poor state like Bihar, almost this entire services have been privatized, almost privatized. There is a parallel private institutions. These, you can see this English, so-called English medium schools mushrooming everywhere. These coaching institutions. You will, if you go around Patna, you will see these institutions thriving. And you will also see the private hospitals, exotic private hospitals thriving, whereas the people of Bihar, they cannot, if they fall ill, they fear consulting a doctor because it's very expensive. You can say it is those doctors working in rural areas, they come to their rescue, whatever they do, with whatever little knowledge they have. But these people, common people, are dependent on them. So, it's a very, you can say in 21st century, it's a very bad situation. Though we must concede that you see roads and electricity, it is there, this you can say, but if you, and it's a definite trajectory of development. This is neoliberalism at its best. You must have good roads for big trucks and all that, so that raw materials can be sent to the industrial areas and all that, and the industrial goods can be transported to these areas. So, for them it is good. We have flyovers in Patna, it is being built. in a big way, you can say. You have Pizza Hut and malls coming up. But so far, the common people are concerned, they have been denied the basic amenities of life. So, this is, and it is for 80% of the population. And still, Bihar, only 11% people live in urban areas. The urbanization process, you can say, is very slow in Bihar. So, this is the situation, and in that situation, this election is taking place, and if we will be able to defeat this combination, it will give a strong message to those people who will, those states which will go to polls after this election. And I think Bihar has a history of fighting against authoritarianism and all that, JP movement against emergency, and I think that with left, with this Mahagathbandhan, it has given legitimacy to Mahagathbandhan, and this influence can be felt on what the RJD and Congress people are speaking now. So, this is the situation.